What's up, True Team? So, as y'all can see, I got my Disney shirt on. My grandbaby's birthday is this week, so we're going to Disney, and we lit. So we about to eat breakfast, okay? And then we're gonna pack up and we're gonna head out. And y'all already know I'm gonna be doing some videos throughout the day to give y'all the full experience. All right, I'll be back. Let me start off by saying we wasn't that far away from Disney, okay? So it didn't take us that long to get from the Airbnb to Disney World. We decided to go to Magic Kingdom, okay? Because the last time we came down here about 5 years ago, we went to I forgot which one we went to, but it was more kiddie. So this time we went to Magic Kingdom. It was hot as shit. Y'all see my forehead sweating and all that, right? So we did a preferred parking, and if y'all have never been to Disney, preferred parking is a little higher because you're able to, park closer, but it's still a nice little walk, okay? Now, you had two options. You can either get on the ferry boat or the, what is it called? A little train thing. I can't even think of it. The monotrail or whatever. We decided to get on the ferry boat, okay? And what I learned during this time is your girl don't do well on boats, okay? Even though we wasn't even on that boat that long, it was like in my insides. I'm not even gonna lie, it was just like, then I was telling my daughter, I'm like, girl, is this what it felt like way back when? You know what I'm saying? Because why is there so many people on here? Yeah, so like my nerves was real bad on the boat. I'm not even gonna lie. But nevertheless, like I said, it was smooth, wasn't no issues. It was probably maybe a minute, 2 minutes tops, okay? So when we got off, of course, we had to go do our tickets. Luckily, we already had our tickets from online, okay? So we was able to scan in, whatever. It's time to partake, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. It was just me, my daughter, and my granddaughter, because the other relatives was like, we're not going to spend no $200 at no Disney to get in no Disney. So they was like, no. We going to wait for y'all to get back, and then we going to do something else, okay? So with that being said, just check out some of the views from our Disney park trip. So boom, we get over there to Tiana's Bayou, okay? And we're like, yeah, we about to get on the log ride or whatever because it's a new ride. Just for us to find out we had to get in line online, right? On the app. So we get the app, right? We have to wait 30 minutes before we can even get in line to get on the wait list. Then once we got on the wait list, they're like, okay, y'all are number 85. And you know what number they were on? Number 26. Okay, so long story short, we did not get on the Tiana's ride. Okay, and it was hot as shit. But nevertheless, we got on the train, a little choo-choo train. My grandbaby enjoyed that, okay? She was lit though. I ain't gonna lie, she was lit. And she got a little cranky at one point because she was ready like to jump off the mug. I ain't gonna lie, like literally jump off. But nevertheless, take a look at the sights that we saw as we was riding through. So once we got off of the train, okay, we went to see if we can find some rides that my grandbaby, could get on, because we lastly found out that even if we could have got on the Tiana ride, my grandbaby was like 2 inches too short to get on there. So we're like, okay, boom, let's walk around. But like at this point, I'm hot, y'all. I'm not used to being in no heat. I'm gonna be honest, I'm an indoors type of person, like AC, okay? So I'm like, yo, we got to find a restaurant or something to sit down in, because at this point my grandbaby done fell asleep, okay? And it's hot. I'm hot. We need to rest in some air. So the only way to sit down in some actual air conditioner was to go to a restaurant, and it was packed. So we came across this one restaurant that had no wait, and guess what? I said, we'll take it. Now, let me tell you about this restaurant. It was $42 per person, okay? It wasn't buffet, but it was like a 4-course meal that you could get, like, seconds, thirds, like, unlimited, right? But child, the food was definitely fooding, okay? Because it came with like turkey and gravy and macaroni that was bland, mashed potatoes, whatever. But let me tell you, the air was awesome. It was ice cold, and you know what? I said, shit, let me fucking buy it. I don't care. I'm here for the air. So nevertheless, I would definitely hear the food like 2, okay? But the air, 10 out of 10 for shit show, okay? Now, with that being said, we then, by the time we finished picking over the food, because that's basically what we did, my grandbaby woke up and started raising hell. She ate her some ice cream, and then we went on to take a ride on one of the little kiddie rides. And I ain't gonna lie, I got my ass on that ride, and I said, you know what? Why does all these rides go in circles, okay? Because we was on the carousel earlier, and then, boy, I'm like, I can't do all these circles. So then we took time and went into the treehouse, okay? Now, listen, when we first started walking through the treehouse, we didn't realize that we were going to be going up, up, and up, okay? Let me tell you one thing about me. I don't do heights, okay? So the heights was definitely like, oh my gosh, okay? And then also, it took us forever to get down. And my grandbaby, like, was walking, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, we gotta hurry, we ain't done yet. And I'm like, just keep going, keep going. We almost to the bottom, but it was cool, you know what I'm saying? I went and watched a couple shows while my daughter and my grandbaby went and did some kitty stuff. So I went to see the birds. I went to see the bears. I didn't get a chance to record anything from the bears, because guess what? They said no recording. So nevertheless, we got out to the park about 10 something. We left about 5 because it started drizzling. So, we found our way to the front of the park. We got on a monotrail, okay, and it took us back to the where we had to go walk to find the car. Now, let me tell you, at this point, every muscle in my body was fucking over, okay? So let's just say I couldn't wait to get to the car. So once we got in the car, we went back to the Airbnb, and all I can tell you is shower, bed, fan. That was that. So with that being said, this was my trip to Disney World Magic Kingdom Park. It was awesome. Happy belated birthday to my grandbaby, because now her birthday is past, the big 3. And with that being said, I'm out. This was a day in the life of Mickey Truth. All right, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. Holla.